Hi, and welcome to the 10 square meter workshop. In this episode, we get to the bit I've been waiting for, finishing the chest and final assembly. So let's get on with it. For the finish, I'm using medium oak Danish oil. A light rub down with some 320 grit, then apply with a lint-free cloth. A view of the front of a drawer, half done, so's the finish. 2 coats and job's done. I disassembled everything to do this, of course, removing all the furniture and hinges, etc. Which of course also prepares it for the next stage, which is the felting. The felting is crucial to the appearance. I started off with a good quality acrylic felt, quite thick. I cut each piece slightly oversized, just a couple of millimeters. You might think it'll stretch, but it will come back and look terrible. Better to have a little you can trim off than a gap. It's tricky stuff to cut. It needs to be cut square too, which is not that easy. Several light cuts, stops it dragging too much. If you want to protect your fingers, these safety rules are useful. They have a flip up guide, so your fingers are well away from the blade. Gives good control too. I'm using vinyl wallpaper paste to do the gluing, a tip I got from an experienced felter on YouTube. It means if you need to, it can come off again in the future. Important to get it right into the corners and a reasonably thick and even layer. You've got quite a lot of work time, fortunately. With a good even layer of glue, the felt is then carefully laid in place. And press down using a spatula, working well into the corners. Any excess can then be trimmed off when it's dry. It's a matter of pressing, not pushing. You don't want to stretch the fabric. Pay attention to any seams from folding of the fabric to make sure it's laying flat. With all the pieces cut, I have enough felt left over for another box. No, I don't think so. The handles were then polished and mounted. The finger pull glued into the front. The sides of the top I felted oversize. When dry, I clamped a support block from the inside and used that to trim it flush. With the lid done also, the newly polished hinges can be refitted, like so, which now allows the new catches to be fitted. So, here they are fitted, and working well. Time to populate it with drawers. And here it is, with everything in place. What's kept in that centre drawer? Well, that's for your copy of Machinery's Handbook, the essential guide, thousands of pages. It's tradition. And here it is in the closed position. Of course, it's not quite finished. There's still a lock to do, and the mirror in the lid. Well, I'm not so sure about that bit. But it is now functional and I can use it. Whilst it's been a great deal of work, I've really enjoyed it, especially the new skills I've learned in the building of it. I hope you enjoyed it too. The lock, yes, I'll do that in the future, but there's been a few projects building up. This is taking rather longer than I thought. But to me it's been well worth the effort. I now have a functioning toolbox. Which is capable of being handed on to my grandson. Nothing like looking to the future. Bye for now.